action on EA Sports. Alongside the former Chicago Bulls guard, Jay Williams, I'm Ed Cohen. And Jay, I know this takes you back.
Ed, there's no better feeling this time of year than hearing sneakers squeak on the court and seeing guys get a good lather while they're getting ready for battle.
It's that game feeling, and now it's the opening tip. Giannis with it up top, looking to make something happen. And it's Zubac with the rebound. From the painted area, won't go down to Lopez. Has a chance. Shot by Lopez off the mark.
And that's next level defense. The defender took away the pocket space of the shooter. Now, as a shooter, they shoot hundreds of shots each and every day from that pocket with consistency. Now you force them to change the angle or the positioning of that pocket, you're going to lower the chances of them making that shot.
Giannis in control of the basketball. They trail by 2. Giannis Antetokounmpo missed his first. That one goes.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Giannis with it up top. He'll run the offense to Middleton. Fires the 3. His first effort off the mark. To Leonard. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Bledsoe with it up top. Down 2. Middleton. Off the mark. Jay, upon scanning this Clippers roster, there are a lot of guards for Doc Rivers to work with.
Yeah, they have a plethora of guards. And if I'm this team and if I'm Doc Rivers, I'm thinking about how do I throw as many guards at you as possible, because Doc wants to get another guard in there to apply the same pressure. They should be the new modern-day Detroit Pistons with the style they play defensively.
Second one's good. Splits the pair. George. Now a steal by Milwaukee. Middleton knocked loose. Clippers have got it.
Now push it. Let's attack in transition so we can build this lead.
To Leonard. Kawhi Leonard. 2 for 3 now here in the first.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
To Lopez. And finishes strong.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
Beverly into the front court. Up by 3. George not going down for him this time.
I'm not sure that the contest on the shot contributed to the miss, but what it might have done is seep into the confidence of the shooter that the next time he might decide to try to drive to the rim instead of settling for a jumper.
Fires the 3. Paul George can't get that one to go. Defense all over him.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
To Leonard. Curling inside. To Leonard. 3 in the key. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. Shot misses there for Antetokounmpo. To Paul George. Strong finish for Paul George.
The pass was really good, but what I love most about the play, Ed, was that every player that ran in transition had active hands, which means they were active targets. They provided a target for the player to deliver the pass. That's how you work together as teammates.
Giannis Antetokounmpo pins it. Couldn't keep it in. Last touch by Giannis Antetokounmpo. Kawhi Leonard, 3 for 4. Good start.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Hill to Antetokounmpo. Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Leonard, deep right corner. George, he engulfed him that time.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Kawhi Leonard looking good, 4 for 5. The pass taken away by the Clippers. And Lou Williams, quick catch and shoot there for 3.
Ooh, that confidence level is so superior. Whenever you start jogging back on defense before the ball even goes through the net, that speaks for itself.
Bad pass there. Clippers have it. To Leonard. Going to launch beyond the arc. Off the iron. No good. Knocked loose. Clippers have it. Just inside the arc. At the buzzer. We're through one at Staples Center with the Clippers on top. Jay and I back with more after this. You're watching the NBA on EA Sports. Jay, 1 quarter down. Both sides getting a feel for where this game is going.
Well, first off, I'm going to take my analytical hat off and then put my fan hat on. This has been a blasé first quarter. Not good, not bad, right in between. Let's see how both teams come out and try to adjust themselves in the second half.
Matthews. And it's Williams there for the rebound. To George. Has a look. The shot by George won't go down. To Matthews. Lets it fly from long range.
Kawhi Leonard, that's his first personal.
Wesley Matthews is going to get a chance at 3 here. For his career, 82%. First one goes down. Second and 3, off the mark. Here's a steal. Dangerous pass. To Matthews. Give him 2 points. High percentage.
You see, here's why versatility is so imperative for your offensive repertoire. If you're a one-trick pony as a defender, I know exactly how to defend you because you only do one thing. But if you have versatility, then the coach can put you in multiple looks within the offense, and then you can get it any way you want it.
Beverly. And count the basket inside.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
To Paul George. Goes to the left side. Leonard buries it on the catch and shoot.
I know there are refs on the court all the time, but it doesn't mean they can see every play. Maybe defensively, grab his jersey, step on his toe, do something to kind of change up his pace.
Now the Bucks going to signal for a timeout as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter.
Don't forget, fans, you can present your tickets now at any participating.
Changes coming from both sides right now.
Discount on your meal. Huntsville Burgers, where the thrill is met. Substitutions, Milwaukee.
Giannis Antetokounmpo. He's now 4 for 6.
clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Calls out of bounds. Last touch by George Hill. It'll stay Clipper basketball. Leonard. Yes. Or in the case of the defense, not good.
I know he's a volume shooter. I know defensively at times you have to take your lumps. Might be time to adjust the scouting report, though. Start denying him the ball.
Fakes. Drives to the rim and scores.
It's so amazing when you get a chance to see a player in his own space. It's almost as if the defense doesn't exist. He can go left, he can go right, he can attack. He's playing on that court by himself.
Middleton to Lopez. Paul George rejects it.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Giannis Antetokounmpo sends it away. Couldn't keep it in. Last touch by Giannis Antetokounmpo. Leonard. And he can't get it to go down. It's no good. Nice follow-up on the dunk there. Jay, when you break down Paul George, where is he at his best?
He needs to be engaged. He needs to have the ball in his hands. He needs to be needed. And that's the biggest thing for Paul George. When he's the guy offensively, he makes those clutch shots. It re-engages him defensively. And that drives him to be the best version of Paul George there is.
Paul George to Williams. Lou Williams. He's 2 for 2 now.
For a smaller player, you have to be more creative with your imagination when you finish with those shots around the rim. For the audience, that may look difficult, but for the player himself, that's what they practice every single day.
Second effort to George with a drop step. George, man, that was a tough shot.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Yes, and the foul, and a chance at 3 coming up.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
The Bucks at the controls. To Hill. Knocked loose. And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Clippers. It'll stay with the Bucks. Shot clock, it's coming down to 4. Now down to 3. Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
Old school equals high percentage.
George buries the 3. He's too good to leave that open.
It's all about creating space with the dribble. Once you have that gap, you can beat somebody in a variety of ways. He chose the dagger with the 3.
Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
Okay, that time it was effective. But a really good defender will put that in their memory bank.
Beverly into the front court. His guys hold a commanding lead. Bledsoe. That is no good. Very curious shot selection right there. And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Clippers. Greek Freak for 2. And the Clippers have the rebound. Oh, bad pass, and the Bucks have it. Finish that. Long key from 3/4 court. A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to Orlando, where we say hello to Jalen Rose in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen. First half, one-sided. What will the second half bring? We'll find out as we're underway. George buries it.
For average shooters, that's not a great shot. But for a great shooter, that's a good look.
Giannis in control of the basketball. His guys down big. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
To Beverly. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
George Hill to Adetokunbo. With a drop step. With the basket after a nice drop step.
We're watching a clinic right now. We're watching basketball one-on-one. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
Lets it fly from beyond the arc. No good. To Adetokunbo. And scores. Strong take.
Ooh, he teased me a little bit right there. But see, I like that. That's called a great entertainer. Always leaving me on the edge of my seat.
Leonard. Well defended.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
With a drop step. Looking to take this all the way. And the finish. Slam dunk. He's been a one-man show. But, Jay, they're still down in this one.
He's their lone bright star. Their only star tonight. Some other of the supporting cast members really need to step up.
To Leonard. Add 2 points to the board.
So deadly. Now, look, part of that is God-given talent. But the other part is that ball speed combined with that handle, oh, that's off the charts. But he always finds a way to slow himself down right before he goes into that shot.
With a drop step. From the painted area, won't go down. Oh, emphatic slam.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat five, but we're watching one man carry four other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
To George Hill. Driving right to the basket. Middleton. That's off the side of the rim, no good.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
For three, trying for a 30-point night, but it's no good.
People do not realize the brilliance of the coaching in this league. The small adjustments made defensively has made all the difference in the second half.
To Leonard. From long range. He's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time. And a chance coming up at the line.
Just because a team's winning doesn't mean the refs are going to put away the whistle. Play right all the way through.
Giannis Adetokunbo at the line for 2 shots. He struggled so far. Off the mark on the first free throw. Good bounce back. Hits his second. It's a 1 of 2 trip. Harkless. Shot from the lane won't go. To Adetokunbo. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's deadly.
George. No good. That's great defense. Matthews. To Adetokunbo. Paul George snatching it out of the air. And that's going to be out of bounds off of George. Time for some new personnel into the game. down. Big finish at the rim.
Clean up in aisle 4. Repeat, clean up in aisle 4. If there's anyone from the weak side that wants to participate in this game defensively, please raise your hand.
George, tough shot. Well defended. Giannis with it up top. The deficit now up to 13. Able to convert inside. Timeout called here by the Clippers as their coach wants to get a word in with his guys here in this third quarter.
Tickets for the next home game are still available at the box office. Buy one or more tickets before the end of today's game, and you'll receive an exclusive discount.
Doc Rivers making some changes to his lineup. Beverly. Scores from the post.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want it.
Williams into the front court. The lead is 11. Ersan Ilyasova, huge block. Matthews. Yes, Wesley Matthews. Quiet night, but 2 for 3 in the contest right now.
I mean, does he have eyes in the back of his head or what? I get paid money to watch and study this game daily. Even I didn't see that angle.
Rebounded by Mirotic. Clippers have got it. 3 quarters down. The Clippers are out in front. The Bucks to inbound to start this final quarter. And I think the best way to describe where they stand right now is they're down, but they're not out.
It's a game we used to play in the league all the time. It's called a series of stops. That means get 3 stops in a row. Each game is a game within the game. You get 3 stops in a row, and then another 3 stops in a row, you're right back in this ball game.
George. To Leonard. Here's a chance from long range. That's how you defend.
He was absolutely scoring at will in the first half. But now that the defense has picked up, don't try to do too much. Less is more.
And he'll go to the foul line.
Great job, Ed, by the shooter to create contact after the jump. That's how you get to the free throw line.
Giannis Antetokounmpo. He's got 2 shots coming. He's struggled so far. And he connects on the first free throw. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. To Leonard. Paul George. 4-3. And Kawhi Leonard. Good on the quick release there.
It's easy to get lost in the chaos of the game down the stretch. But great awareness by the shooter to get those toes right behind the three-point line.
Stuffs it down with authority.
And there's nothing more mentally intimidating for your opponent than when your own teammates are unselfish and make sure that you get the ball because they want you to drop 70 on them, maybe like Devin Booker did last year.
Paul George locked in. Hits the tough 3.
You live by the 3, you die by the 3. And guess what? They're living large right now.
Rises for the slam.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. To Paul George. Nothing going here on that drive. It's PG for 2. Add 2 more points. The defense had him, but the good shooters find a way.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Bledsoe. Off the assist.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Clippers have the basketball. Nikola Mirotic able to recover with the block. Leonard, that's off the side of the rim, short. Bledsoe with the basketball. His club staring up at an 8-point deficit. To Adetokunbo. Oh, had him going there for a second. Even to Zubats with a piece.
You know, sometimes basketball can become a very beautiful thing to watch. During the regular season, things can get difficult. Energy can be low. The passion at times can even be lower because players are tired. They're fatigued. But today, it's all been good. They're putting in an absolute show with killer efficiency and tremendous effort and intensity.
Giannis in control of the basketball. The deficit now up to 5. Takes it coast to coast, and the strong finish at the rim.
This is where I go back into player mode. If the dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
Now a whistle, and we'll get a timeout called by Milwaukee. That's their first of the final 3 minutes. That leaves them with 1 remaining. We have both squads set to make some moves right now. With a drop step. And he hits.
The defender needs to do a better job of forcing a pickup there.
Kawhi Leonard knocks it down from mid-range.
That might have been a little bit easier than expected there, considering the score.
Nothing going here on that drive. And they call it.
Timing was just a tad bit off.
13, Paul George. That's his 3rd personal foul. Team foul number 2. Los Angeles Clippers are in the penalty.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The ref spit, and that's the game.
The free throw's good. It's a 3-point play, and the lead sliced to 2. George to Leonard. Gets a look. Can't hit.
I just love where this takes you into the psychological battle as a player offensively. Was that a great contest, or did you just miss the shot? But now you have me thinking about that the entire next possession.
Giannis Adetokunbo. Couple of free throws on the way. Shooting 66% in this contest. Knocks down the first. Able to convert on both free throws.
Entering the game for the Milwaukee Bucks, number 3, George Hill.
A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores.
Look at that, calm under pressure. You see a lot of guys rush those. Nice extra move there.
Bledsoe to Middleton. Won't go. The follow won't go either. To Williams. Lou Williams. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Hill. Off the mark. Well contested. To Leonard.